Hi, I'm Troy from Studio 33 Guitar. Thanks for watching. So today we're looking at how to play Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses on acoustic guitar. Now, in my opinion, this is one of the greatest rock songs ever written. And that iconic riff at the beginning that Slash plays is instantly recognizable and everybody loves it. Now I'm going to show you 3 different levels to play this song. The first one is going to be a simple chord strumming, beginner-friendly version. And then I'm going to move on to more of an advanced type where you'll play the intro riff just like I did at the beginning of this video. As always, you can go to my website, studio33guitarlessons.com, and you can download a free PDF copy of the lyrics and chords to this song to play along with. And while you're at the site, you can check out some of the other free lessons that I have or some of the full paid courses that I offer. But for now, let's zoom in and have a look at how to play Sweet Child of Mine. So the intro and the verse of the song are the same 3 chords all the way through. It's a D major chord, a C add 9 chord, and a G chord. Now you may not be used to that C add 9 chord, but if you've watched some of my other videos before, you'll know that I do talk about the C add 9 chord a lot, and it's one that I really like, and I think it's a great chord to use, especially for beginners, but also for more advanced players. I actually use the C add 9 chord 90% of the time when I'm playing a C chord. What's nice about it, especially for this song, is when you're switching from a D chord to a C add 9 chord, you get to keep this ring finger on that D position. So then you have that anchor point, so when you're switching to the C add 9, you don't have to move that one finger, and it just makes things a little bit easier for making that transition. So the C add 9 chord looks just like this G chord that I'm playing as well. We're just moving these 2 fingers up and down. So just for clarity, that C add 9 chord, your middle finger here, your index finger 1 string down, you're going to skip the next string, and then your ring finger on that D note, and then your pinky finger is going to be on this high G note. For the timing on these chords, each one is going to be played for 2 bars. Now a bar is a count of 4, so we're going to count to 4 2 times. Now just to keep it really simple, we're going to start with just all down strums so you can really get the timing right. So that's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, then switch to the C add 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, back to the D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to start the whole sequence again. So we're going back to the D again. So it's going to feel like you're on that D chord for a really long time. So the timing of that with the lyrics would sound like this. She's got a smile and it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories where everything is as fresh as a bright blue sky. Okay, and then that repeats for the next verse. And then we're going to get to the chorus. So for the chorus, we're also just 3 chords. That's going to be an A chord, and then that C add 9 again, and then a D. Now for this A chord, what I like to use is what's called a A2 chord. Now, a traditional A major chord would look like this. You would have your 3 fingers down. But for this one, I leave the ring finger off. And so it's just these 2 fingers together here. It's a little bit simpler to play, but it also has a really great sound. So you can decide which A chord you want to use for this, but I prefer for simplicity to use this one, especially if you're a beginner. This is a much easier version of A to play. So we're just going to go from that A chord to that C add 9 again, and then to the D. Now the timing on this one is a little bit different. You're going to play that A chord for 1 bar, so 1 count of 4. Then you're going to play the C chord for a count of 4, but then you're going to play the D chord for 2 bars, so 2 counts of 4. So that's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this will bring us to the bridge section of the song where he sings, "Where do we go now?" So this is going to introduce another new chord. This is going to be an E minor chord. Now for this, again, to keep it simple and make it easier to play, we're going to play an E minor 7 chord. So you might be used to an E minor chord looking like this with just these 2 fingers, or maybe you learned it this way with these 2 fingers. Both are fine. But for this one, if you use these 2 fingers, index and middle, and then keep those 2 fingers we talked about before for the C add 9 and the G chord, they get to stay in that same spot as well. So you'll see how that makes this a lot easier. We're going to go to a G chord next, so all we have to do is move those 2 fingers like that. And then our next chord is going to be an A chord, but what we can do here is, again, we can leave these 2 fingers down and put the fingers in place like we did a few minutes ago for that A2 chord, but we're going to leave these 2 fingers in there, and that's going to give us an A sus4 chord. Now again, you don't have to put those fingers on there, you can just do the A chord like this, but the next chord you're going to play is that C add 9 again, so it makes sense to leave those fingers where they are, so you've got less movement. And there's that C add 9, and then you're going to go to a D. So that full chord progression for the bridge looks like this. E minor 7, and that's going to be for 1 full bar, so 1, 2, 3, 4, then to the G chord for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then to this A chord, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now for these next 2 chords, we're only going to hit them twice for each change. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to start over again. E minor 7, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, D, 4. Now, when we play it really straight like that with those down strums, it doesn't quite have the same impact as it does in the original recording. So to change it up, you can change the timing a little bit of your strums. You're still counting to 4 as you're playing through the different chords, but you're just going to emphasize different beats. So that would sound something more like this. Now another way that you could do that would be a little bit more advanced, would sound something like this. So now we'll move on to level 2, a little bit more advanced. And this is going to follow the exact same chord structure, and the timing for the chords is going to be the same. What we're going to do is change our strumming to make it sound a little bit more interesting. Now, one of the most common strumming patterns that you will come across is the one that people refer to as down, down, up, down, up. And I teach that in some of my other lessons, specifically about strumming, but that's the basic idea behind it. It's a down, down, up, down, up. Now that strumming pattern fits into that count of 4. So when we play these chords for 2 bars, we're going to play that pattern 2 times through. So that's going to sound something like this. Down, down, up, down, 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 up. And that would be the same for the chorus chords as well. Now for the third level, we're going to make that strumming pattern just a little bit more complex. We're going to add in some percussive hits with our strumming hand, and it's just going to make it sound a little bit more rhythmic. So let's break down what we're doing in that strumming pattern. It's going to start with a down strum and then a hit, followed by an up. So that's going to be a down and then hit with this hand just against the strings and against the body of the guitar. And then you're going to quickly do an upstroke. And with that upstroke, you're just hitting the top couple of strings for that. So that's going to look like this. And then to the next chord. And then to the G. All together and a little bit quicker, be like this. Now let's move on to that finger picking intro that I showed at the beginning of the video. So for this part, obviously I have gotten rid of my pick because I'm using my fingers, but the chords are going to stay exactly the same in the same timing, but we're just going to play some individual notes instead of strumming the full chord. So we're going to start with that same D chord that we had. So for this, our thumb is going to go on the D string, and then our index and middle finger are going to go on the next 2 strings, the G and the B. And so the first part of the sequence, you want to play your thumb, middle, index. It's going to sound like this. And then back to your thumb. So you want to get really comfortable being able to do that movement first. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make this D chord into a D sus4 chord. And that's by adding our pinky finger down right here. So we start out with it being just a D chord like this. We're going to play these 3 strings like we just did. Thumb, middle, index. And then we're going to put the pinky finger down and we're going to reach up with our middle finger again and play that note. So now we have this. So after we play that pinky finger, we're going to come back to the thumb, play that low D, and now we're going to use our middle finger just behind the pinky. We're going to lift the pinky off, and we're going to play that middle finger note. Okay, so that sounds like this. Then after we play that middle finger note, we're going to play this ring finger note. So that's going to sound like this. Now I'm using my index and middle finger there again. I'm using my middle finger for the high string, and I'm using my index finger for the next string. And that's the full sequence. When you put that all together, it sounds like this. Now that'll take a little bit of time to get that up to speed to sound nice and clean, but so just practice doing the individual parts. Try to get your fingers into doing that kind of a movement first before you start adding in the other ones. For the next part, we're going to go to the C add 9 chord, but for this, we're not going to play the full C add 9 because we're not going to use this index finger here. So all you're going to do from that D chord is move your middle finger up to that C note. The index finger is just going to be free for now, but we're going to use that in a second. So now we're going to play that same sequence, but our thumb is going to hit that C note now instead of the D string. So that's going to sound like this. And now we're going to use our index finger down here on this note. Now, this is a big stretch. It's a little bit tricky to do, but that's going to sound like this. And now we're going to do exactly the same thing with the G chord. So now we're going to move the middle finger up to the G note, and we're going to do the exact same thing, except now our thumb is going to be playing that G note. And then we're going to go back to the D again. So if we put that all together slowly, it's going to sound like this. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so that I know that you like this type of content, and I'll keep making videos like this. You can also check out the playlist here for more videos like this. We'll see you on the next one.